Hello, Serendipitous here with my TTRPG Shelf, and starting off my non D and D stuff with a couple of sort of odds and ends here. But essentially, I like having physical books, but sometimes it's not as practical to order a whole book, and I could just sort of like print the pages if they're available, right? And so that's kind of what I have here. I have a couple of like uh, like game things I have sort of like printed out and put in folders. Um, we'll start with some of the more unusual stuff. So there's a board game that we have called Millennium Blades, and so this is not even a TTRPG thing. This is more of a um, basically the creators of the Millennium Blades board game has this designer's manual essentially, where they kind of talk about how they designed the game and if you want to make content for it and stuff. But the reason I have that here is that they also made a tabletop role playing game based on their board game called Dual Questers. So Millennium Blades is a board game that is basically it tries to give you the whole experience of buying, selling, trading, and competing in tournaments with trading card games like Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and that kind of thing, right? Like the whole game is like there's two phases to the game. There's the tournament phase where you fight in an abstract tournament with your cards and you try to get victory points, and then there's the card collecting phase where you open like fake packs and you get cards and you buy, sell, and trade them and try to improve your collection and things like that. All of that is self-contained in a board game called Millennium Blades. And so here, basically, they've made this just I don't know if it was on a whim or something, but basically, if you want to do a Yu-Gi-Oh style like tabletop RPG with the Millennium Blades board game, you can do that. And so I've never tried it before. I'd like to at some point. I think that would be awesome. But that's what that is. And I have that next to this. Now this is a really cool tabletop role playing game called Ironsworn. This booklet in particular is called Ironsworn Lodestar because this is Lodestar is the name of the reference guide basically. But Ironsworn is a it's a tabletop role playing game that is it has several different modes to it. You can play it like most tabletop role playing games, where like you have several players and you have a game master. You can also play with a bunch of people without a game master as well, and you can also play it solo. So this is the first solo tabletop role playing game that I've ever come across. And one thing I love about it is that it's got this sort of like near Arctic, like kind of Viking vibe to it. And it's free. It's Ironsworn, and there's some like supplements and stuff that is not free, but most of Ironsworn is completely free. It gets the name Ironsworn because the idea is that your character swears on iron that they will accomplish a task, and that is your adventure. And the reason why you're able to do it solo or with a game master is that it kind of has this like oracle, this oracle mechanic where you roll. Let's see. There's got to be like reference pages in the front here. You have these oracle dice that kind of you roll the dice and it kind of like you can roll on random tables to sort of generate different results and stuff. And it has this simple mechanic where you roll a d6, a six-sided dice, and add your stat and everything, and then you roll the oracle dice, and you hope that one or both of them are lower than the result you got, basically. Very simple and very straightforward. And actually, for a while, I was running my own solo adventure with this character here, and I used some of their prompts to create a world, and I have been documenting it on this book right here. And basically, the blue ink is the actual adventure, like as if the character is writing, and the red ink is the mechanic stuff. I had been doing this for a while, but then I stopped. I haven't continued this in a good while. Maybe I've been thinking of picking it back up, but it's a matter of sort of like time, essentially. But I love the concept of solo TTRPGs, and maybe in the future, like I'll continue this, and maybe with another solo TTRPG, I'll like record myself, just like speak in a microphone, or something while I'm like running this kind of adventure for myself. But I mean, this one right here is a really cool adventure where, like, you know, my character Regina Dawn of Lay is her name. She's sort of like she's on a quest right now, and to sort of like um, gain the favor, or like gain the favor of, or like defeat somebody in a fight or whatever. I kind of have to it's been a while. But then she was sidetracked by a village that was haunted by something, and she had to like deal with that. Um, Really, really cool stuff. And so um, if you're interested at all in like tabletop role playing games in general, or solo TTRPGs, solo tabletop role playing games, um, my recommendation is always going to be Ironsworn, because it's free and it's self contained, and it is honestly quite simple. You know, once you learn the simple mechanics, you can pretty much get going, and yeah, it's just a really cool theme, like a really cool, so like, you know, near Arctic kind of like Viking style kind of theme. And your character makes an oath on like they touch a piece of iron and they swear that they will accomplish something, and and you're off on your adventure and stuff. And you might and the dice rolling results might tell you that you run into something randomly, and that starts its own side quest and things like that. So anyway, yeah, obviously as a busy man with a full-time job and a family and, you know, all that kind of stuff, it's hard to find time to do like do a solo kind of like journaling activity like this, um, especially if the only reason to do it is just kind of like just because, when there's so many other games that I have as well. But I wanted to kind of show these like random things here, especially Ironsworn. At some point, I would like to, like, if possible, maybe get like the Ironsworn books, because again, I do like having the physical books in my hand. And if I like a game enough, I'd like to try to get the actual physical book. So anyway, that's all I've got for this video. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, all the best.